Welcome back to the stream, everybody. It's just they'll probably let him go with you. They let me go. They thought they could take me. Aw, poor kittens. I'll let him live for now. Okay, so I can't get through these guys without fighting them. Alright, so I need to find a way in here. Welcome to the stream, whoever's watching. Please say hello. God dang. I'm about to die here. Oh. Hey Vince. I don't know what level that dude was, but god dang man, I can't like... Oh, there's my first death. Hi Boogers, did you go potty? Give me a second, I'll find something for you to have for this morning because you have no milk.
Daddy.
What?
Dan likes those balls.
Yeah.
The red ball and the purple ball. That's the red one.
Oh, he's a level 16. So we're not ready to go there. Hang on, Boogers. What is it, Boogers?
Because they flash.
Yeah. He likes those balls.
And the white one in his football. Well, it's weird that this side, but he still likes the green one. And I want this.
Are you playing with Denim?
I was paying him over here when he came over here. And that's why he likes it.
Just die, you punk. Excuse me.
It's locked, all right. It's locked. Good evening, Milt.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see the city is crumbling down? Today, people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow, we may be fighting for food.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Goodbye, Milton.
I'll be right back, guys.
toast over your plate so you don't make a mess, and then you can have your applesauce. Okay?
Excuse me, stream. Let's do this. I'm supposed to find out who is spying on the one chick. It says it's over here.
I cannot enter.
Dude, that is like the third time I've heard you walk out there and tell that dude the same shit. Get your ass back out here. Come on. Come on.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
There it goes. He's telling. Would you get the fuck out of there? Hello, I need to talk to you. Get the fuck out. Oh my god, he's gonna just stand there and say the same shit over and over and over. Wow. What a piece of shit! Alright, so... could be something over here to help me get to the bottom of who's been spying on her. Perhaps. Ooh. Three days ago, one of our recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hotel or hospital. All we have is her name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech. Then report directly back to us and we will decide what action should be taken. Well, somebody's watching the stream but won't say hi. Who's watching the stream? Say something. Crystal, are you watching the stream?
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Okay, so we're not ready to talk to you again yet. Let's go talk to Thelma. Alright, let's see if I can figure out where she is. There she is.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense, now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Huh.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, Miss
I need blood, Doctor.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed.
Blood.
It will not let me
I'll leave
mesmerize
you,
her. Okay, that's kind of bullshit, but whatever.
Here again.
Good evening.
Evening, Doctor.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be.
Alright, let's go, buddy.
So this is how it ends. Farewell, my life, you betrayed me, good.
See if it'll
Good
let me
evening,
take
Miss
her now.
How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I'll
Nope,
leave you.
won't let me take her.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Wow, she's 2400 and I haven't even found the last two. Would you please move? Okay, wait, hang on. So, what is this? Find the local command post of the guard of Kerwin. Alright. Okay. Oh shit. That dude was a level 18. Yeah. Fuck that. That's 12.
Burn it, boys! Let's pin it down! What's that?
Ow! Fucker. What? Screw this. Yes, boogers. Bitch. God dang, man. Level 16 and a 17. Seriously?
Step away, sir.
What the hell am I collecting all these shillings for anyway? Because, like, I've not seen any reason why I need them. But I need to get in here. Hey, Jack.
This one's mine!
Great. How the... Oh my god. I dodged out of the way. I even hit L1 to do my heal and nothing. Ugh. Wow, it put me way the hell over here. Let's go talk to the dude at the beginning. Actually, let's talk to this dude real quick.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed.
Yeah, we're not done learning your shit. You
Goodbye,
have one
Dr.
more.
Tippett.
Hint. What about you?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Nope, still got one more for you too.
Goodbye, nurse.
Where's Millbrook?
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that captain fellow.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Won't let me...
Goodbye.
What is it with him and Pippa? I can't freaking mesmerize either of them. I won't let me mesmerize her either.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.
Alright, Jack. Take care.
It's locked, all right.
Alright, so how the fuck?
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being...
Tell me about your claustrophobia.
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and prospects.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professionals.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm. I had a bloody fantastic childhood.
It's so fucked up that you only get one shot.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe.
I'm eternally...
You are always welcome.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital.
Perhaps he needs to reach that.
Could you speak to him?
Why do you stay here now that Mr.
It's complicated.
Can you speak about them?
Rats.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight?
War was...
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the...
No. We met in the battle.
I fought in France, too. I served.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
But no less dangerous. We were supposed to be safe. Oh, what a fuck.
I don't know if I have what he needs for a headache. Let's see. Use it to cure a sick citizen during a dialogue. Yeah, I don't have what it takes. Cold, bronchitis. Yeah. I don't have headache shit. see if I can at least get in here. Alright, go throw them in the trash. Good girl.
Best stay back, sir. Hey! Don't come no closer! He's mine! Die, vermin!
Aww.
We have to stop it! Die, vermin!
I'm starting to hate these guys. Like with a bloody fucking passion. I'm starting to hate these dudes.
Whitechapel.
Do this.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
fucking worse than a week-old lavvy.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of a street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother.
You mean you used to have a better?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name.
Perhaps you could focus.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure...
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the...
Do you know Nurse Dorothy?
Funny, I've been searching for her too.
Really?
Word is she ain't real. It's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal...
A gun? Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to...
If you've been hurt,
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
What happened?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off.
Do you know Nurse...
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye.
Goodbye.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Damn, he got over here pretty quick.
Good evening.
I'm afraid not.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it?
The doctors called me a liar. A coward.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit.
Perhaps...
I'm sick.
A gun? Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my study?
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the lot?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke?
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor.
I'd like to see what kind of...
Well, I found out what my shillings are for.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
I'm a potato,
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now, goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely
Hello,
tailored to be for
Ashley.
Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church.
I'm alright.
I swear he is tracking me, just
chilling.
downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
There's no one in.
Yeah, it could be.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Wow, won't even let me have a conversation with his ass. Dumbass. Excuse me, I need to talk to you guys.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Doctor.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis.
You have a very annoying voice,
How
dude.
is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But
Joe
As a
Peterson.
merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
what do you mean besides the epidemic, the war?
So how are you doing today, Ashley?
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I...
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak.
Have you heard of a nurse?
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse, then. Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Why are you so tired?
Yes, she's a nurse. And quite a good one. What did she do to...
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist, I'm
A doctor, you say?
Really? But still, here I am.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't...
According to you, physicians are
Can I
scarce
ask
in this part of town.
what it is that's got you
Why is
especially tired
Not
this week?
familiar with this neighbourhood, are you?
This part of town does have quite a reputation.
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before...
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Have you heard of a nurse named
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. You never... Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson?
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer. Good one, even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can...
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to...
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the Wet Boot Boy.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I...
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Wow. Okay.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London.
Well, you said, but the newbie cardiologist they had
I don't
at
like
T.
doctors or hospitals,
I didn't
but I
get to
don't
see the
like
rest of the
you
message. I
asking
thought you were
questions.
sending more.
Considering your line of work,
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I
But
need
if you
money.
gotta go,
That's
take
what's
care.
important.
you can put your own life in danger. That's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse?
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu. She came from Romania.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, miss. Take...
Okay, so we do get a little bit of XP when we talk to people. That's kind of cool. But god dang, it is so much talking.
Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Have you any idea of the danger you...
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
What is a journalist doing in this?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth?
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell...
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs.
What up, Arthur?
Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any
Hello,
friends
welcome
or
to the
family.
stream.
He has no relatives?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr.
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel.
He never goes?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye.
Just about everybody here has fatigue. Jesus.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
I am Dr. Jonathan...
A scientist?
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the... What do you mean?
Also,
quite a...
But you...
Well, I suppose I can spare a...
As a doctor, you must be aware...
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the...
Really? And what would be your...
We must fight the disease before the...
What is left, then?
Cleansing.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than...
Purification by fire has proved useful.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of White...
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him...
You sent him on some preaching...
As a true believer.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery.
Do you know Nurse...
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that nurse.
So you're not exactly a fan of...
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fibre.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London,
I have heard enough.
What's up, Andy?
Daddy,
Yes, boogers.
my unicorn will go off.
Huh?
My unicorn will go off.
Your unicorn wouldn't go off.
No. In the wall, and it kept saying things.
Good evening, miss.
And
I'm
then
Dr.
it
Reed.
would stop.
I'd like to ask you
Oh, your unicorn. We gotta go turn it off.
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
I know you do, boogers.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Very well.
She's a mute, dude. Alright, so we're looking...
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Can't get up there.
It's locked.
That's probably him right there. Okay. See if we can get around this way.
you are blinded by your false faith.
What the fuck, man? Okay, now I'm getting pissed. And I can't dodge that. No, this game has a lot of talking. And it's annoying talking a lot of times. And I don't mind conversations in video games and stuff like that, but when there's like almost an hour and a half of talking, conversing, trying to find out this clue and that clue, and then, you know, you have like maybe 15-20 minutes of like fighting like I just had, it's like, what the hell, man?
Good evening, sir. I'm
Hello,
Dr.
Amy.
Reed. I would like to ask you a few
Hey, gamer.
questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
No, I just put that on my thing for shits and giggles, dude.
May I ask what you're doing?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
Jalen being retarded.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
If you don't like the shits and giggles
but as a physician
thing,
in a
that's
time
your
of
problem.
epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know this.
What are your thoughts?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet, nowhere to be found. And now, listen.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
What, Jalen?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for
I don't care. I don't have...
If some misfortune came upon you...
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in...
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
No, just text me.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way?
The struggle by gaslight, The barren smiles and the arid hunger under the red.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and...
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. Amelia.
I'm gonna slap you, Jalen. Like, seriously gonna slap you.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That...
I fear you are a hopeless...
Guilty as charged.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives...
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name.
What can you tell me about an old man?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I'm
not interested in your talent.
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight.
Okay,
I'll leave you
Done
alone
here. Good
Darius
lord.
is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to
Can I open this one now? Oh wait, this is the one that I came through on. I need to find out if I can get through this one over here. I actually can. Cool. Ooh. Oh my god.
Good evening, Mr.
And good evening.
Yeah. Alright,
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter.
It's alright, Buggers. We'll have to get you another one.
She told me many times how poor her artist friends were, and how she helped.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day,
you're tired,
I'll
gamer?
remain the
Why are you so
failure
tired?
of a son they have to support.
Daddy, Marshall has no head. I think his head is red.
Thank you.
Daddy?
And it won't let me mesmerize. God dang it, why can't I mesmerize anybody?
I'll leave you alone, sir.
I'm so sick of this. What, Buggers?
Can I take away Marshall's head?
You already took away Marshall's head.
And I left it in Seesaw.
Damn, she's worth a lot of XP.
Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nithercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Daddy? Do you mind if I tell you Marshall's
She
head?
doesn't talk.
Goodbye.
But I also can't kill her. It won't let me kill her. This is such bullshit.
Daddy? Daddy?
No, what? No, Gamer Urban, I can't just kill them. If it doesn't give me the option to mesmerize them, I can't lead them somewhere and kill them, so I'm like stuck waiting until it lets me. Which is pissing me off, because some of them are worth a lot of XP for me to evolve my character and get stronger, and it's like, god dang it. No, I'm not going that way. I also need to take that off of there for now. Stop tracking that one. La, 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 la.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Do 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 do. Hey, answer the door, punk.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right.
The game is not bad, Ben. It's just, like I said before, it's just so much talking.
Sick and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you.
Like, I literally feel like I'm playing Mass Effect again.
You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
I have no head oil on it. I glue my head in oil.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go.
We've not been formally introduced.
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need.
She seems important.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is...
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes. His manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me everything you know.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for...
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no...
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything.
I do not...
Do you have any family left?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long that...
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know my...
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man, who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Well, I don't get a chance to play online games and stream at the same time. Our internet here won't allow me to do that, so... when I talk to Demon, it's playing games, but I'm not streaming.
Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the...
You mean occupied Romania, don't you?
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr.
Yeah, I think after I'm done talking with Dorothy Crane, I'll take a break. I'm stealing some of your supplies. You'll live. I'm sure of it. There's a lot of shit in here. I'm not stealing. I'm borrowing to make shit from my patients. She stole it from our hospital and brought it here. I'm just reclaiming it.
I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
Yeah, he's dead.
There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
To test my bedside
Poor
manners.
bastard. He died.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in
I don't know
sheep's
if I could have or
clothing
not,
murders
dude.
the poor for sport.
It seemed like it was meant to
I
die
have her where she belongs,
for whatever
and
reason.
I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Oh. What, now I can't talk to Dorothy? It won't let me talk to her now.
Leech spotted! Watch out, boys! Take a breath of this! Stay away!
Fuckers. Dum diddle-dum 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 diddle-dum. Dum diddle-dum 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 dum-dum-dum. Really, Boogus? That's what it's all about? All on a Saturday night? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I can't see it.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Maybe you on one Saturday night. Saturday night. That's how you can sing it with real words.
Oh yeah? Hang on, I need to figure out what everybody has. Wow. Fatigue, migraine, bronchitis, cold, fatigue, and this dude has headache, which I can't do anything about. Whoa. Hey. Great, and now I'm fucking stuck.
Maybe, maybe, one side of
Cross the leash, boys!
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born and...
No need to apologize, my lady. I know exactly what you endure.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her way.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost...
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about Vampyr...
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on...
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our... hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of...
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I...
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall
Very well, but I believe there is...
A lady has to have some.
And who bestowed upon you?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious?
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruited.
I've been away from London and England for 3...
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the...
What is it you...
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. but you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the...
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
I don't understand. Why was I created?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice.
I'm gonna be done with this in just a minute, and then you can play with me and everything all you want, okay?
So me being a vampire?
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway.
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
A vampire?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but...
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
I bid you farewell.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
That's why I can't take them, because they require a level 2 for me to take them. Alright, I'm about to get me some really good points here. Where the hell is that dude? Ah, he's over here with his Pippa Hawkins.
Good evening, Milt.
Good evening, Doc.
La-da-dee, la-di-da. Excuse us, Pippa.
Pippa, my princess, flee away while you can, for all is lost.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
Why kill me, brother? We could have ruled this land together and forever.
It's locked. Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls.
Appreciate it, Rowan.
Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
when I figure out how to treat fatigue, I can take care of these fuckers. Or can I treat fatigue yet? Okay, I can treat fatigue. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3 for fatigue. One for the cold, one for bronchitis. Still have yet to figure out how to do. Alright, so I need to remember to go there next time. So, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna hop off of here, go watch a show with my Eleanor, and just relax. Everyone, take care, behave.